Okay. Hi. Sorry. I didn't realize it was already on. Oh, I've got a couple of people on TikTok too. I'm on TikTok and I'm on YouTube, depending on what you want to watch it through. We got Sophie, moderator. Hello. Alright. Wow, we've got a couple of people on now. Where are we all from? I'm from Australia. I'm a scrunchie business. Make bows as well. If you guys have a business too, let me know what you guys do. I kind of rhymed. Anyway, I really should have filled my water bottle up before I started, but that's okay. So we got a couple of people from South Africa and Puerto Rico already viewing from YouTube. I don't really know what's on here. A couple of people on TikTok. Nice. What was that? Cool. There's a few more comments here. Got Melbourne, Australia, Brisbane, also Australia, France, Italy, all over the place. Well, I'm going to be cutting some fabrics for my orders. Got a couple orders that need to go out tomorrow. I was hoping to have them actually made so I could package them on live, but if I'm feeling up to it tomorrow, I will package them live tomorrow around the same time, about 6 o'clock. I'm just grabbing a few materials that I didn't have in stock. There's maybe like 10 that I need to cut and make. The rest I mostly had everything, which was really good. I'm going to use this for that. There we go. So that's what I'm going to be doing for a little while. And then I'm going to cut some bows while I'm on live stream. I'll be on for about an hour. If you guys have any questions, comment and I'll try and get to them. I'm wanting to start more series for YouTube, especially. YouTube. What is this? TikTok. Someone wanted to join my live. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, I wanted to start some more YouTube video series based around like small business and how I started mine and tips and stuff. So if you have any questions based on that, that'd be great because I'm going to be making a video about it very soon. Okay, I'm going to keep doing this. I'm also like so tired right now. So I'm like running off like not much sleep. Actually, I got heaps of sleep, but this weekend I have gotten barely any sleep. So it has been a mission. I don't know where my hot pink is. That's concerning. Could be down there, maybe. I didn't think it was, because I couldn't see it earlier. Yeah, it's in here. Nope. Okay. I don't know where I've put it, unless I'm out of it. Maybe. Also, if you want me to jump back on tomorrow to do the live packaging, let me know in the comments too. Because if enough of you will be able to like jump back on, I will do it. If I can be bothered. I feel like this one might be in one of the boxes as well. Stella. It's probably in here. I haven't really done much of my scrunchie wall yet. Really, none of it. I've only done a couple of the XLs. Alright. Let's have a look. Yes, Stella should be here. There we go. Pre-cut. I think that's all of them for the scrunchies. Except rosemary. Where's that? Cool. Okay. Just looking at the comments for the YouTube. Let's have a look. The last time I watched one of your videos, you were starting to do dressmaking. Did you make the dress you're wearing now? I didn't make the dress I'm wearing now, but if you have seen my recent post on Instagram, I did make that one. And I was super excited to wear it to my market yesterday, which was in Glengarry. And yeah, it was really cool to sort of wear that. I've also had Vistaprint come film me yesterday at the market, which was also amazing. So we're doing like a video series with small businesses, like Vistaprint is. And they're filming me. They did like a big interview. They came to my house and like filmed in here, asked me a bunch of questions in relation to like my business and tips for other small businesses and the way like I use my Vista products. And then they came and filmed yesterday at the market as well, which was, yeah, it was really cool. I don't know if this is the right one. I guess it's my old one. Also, I don't know whether to just put the blind up. It is like so sunny. Hang on, I'm gonna like, what is this like? It's not too bad, but it's kind of dark. I'm gonna see what it looks like with the blind up. I hope I don't knock anything. Oh, that is right in my eyeballs now. That's probably worse, isn't it? I think it's better for maybe YouTube, but definitely worse for TikTok. Never mind. I'm taking it back down. It's like at that level where it's kind of like right in my eyes, in here, in the elbow. Okay. I think this is the right one. I don't know. They're starting to look the same now. I have two rotary cutters. One's like super old and kind of broken. And the other one is newer, but also kind of broken. So that's fine. Don't even know if you both can see. I've got YouTube and TikTok going, so if you think I'm being crazy looking at one, I'm looking at the other probably. Not just looking off into the distance. So it's not too bad. And if you have any questions, just comment them. I'll try to get to them when I'm not doing anything. Alright, that's all the bits and pieces I need for the orders that I didn't have in stock. I do need to make this one though, because they're going to come pick that up either today or tomorrow. Of all the steps in the process from cutting fabric right until you package orders, which is your favorite part? I love cutting the fabric, flipping the tubes. I also love sewing the straight lines, like sewing the actual scrunchies. That is one of my favorite bits. I also love packaging. I think the least favorite part is like actually flipping the scrunchies, like, and putting the label in. Like, I have to like fold it under and then like shove it under and like put the label in and sew the label in, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's probably my least favorite. I don't have to do that with the burrito method though, so that's, yeah, kind of evens out. I do a few different processes when I make my scrunchies, depending on the size. Got a couple more from France and London, Louisiana, which is US, I think. How do you start marketing at the beginning? Markets first. I live in rural France. Definitely have an online presence. So whether that be Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, just keep posting consistently. Like post on stories and stuff. Helps get your name out there. Reels really help as well. You don't have to have your face in them. You can do silent reels without your face and like just the making process. And I see you do patchwork and resin. So yeah, that'd be pretty good to film. People are interested in that sort of stuff. And then markets are a great way to get your name out there, especially when you're rural. People can get to know you, which is great. So definitely recommend markets. Bring some business cards with your info on them. Make sure you have like the right info. I find some people that just start out, or even they've been doing it for a while, they don't have enough information on their business cards. Like if someone picks it up, like, you know, kind of like, who is this sort of thing. I have on my business cards just like a really short description. It's like one sentence, just like, you know, maker of scrunchies and bows. So you know what I do. I have like my email address somewhere to contact me. And then I have my social media platforms like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and I don't think I have TikTok, but yeah, those little ones. And obviously my website as well. So I have a few different things on there, as well as my branding. I have it double-sided. So I have like the pretty side and then I have like all the information on the other side. So I highly recommend something like that, especially when you're starting out, just so people know who you are and where to find you. Should I create a website and promote like that because Shopify is mostly for the States and not Europe? Well, I'm from Australia and I still use Shopify, but it is kind of expensive if you're only starting out because, well, for me it's like $50 or $60 a month now. So it's pretty expensive if you're just starting out and only really selling like one item a month. It can be, a bit challenging. So like you could probably look at other places that are cheaper, or you can start on Etsy. I know Etsy takes a massive chunk of the fees, but it is also a good way to get your name out there because it is an actual platform, kind of like, I guess, Google, because you can search on Etsy for products. It's a search engine. Yeah. Whereas Shopify is a standalone website, you need to drive your own traffic there. Also, Etsy, you don't have to pay an upfront fee, besides like the listing fees, which are very small compared to if you were paying for the standalone website each month. And if you don't sell anything besides those listing fees, you're not really paying a big monthly fee, if that makes sense. So Etsy is a good place to start out on for handmade. Probably should check these ones. I'm on TikTok Live and YouTube, so if you have any questions, let me know. I'm on like, I just had a comment about the volume and like the picture isn't clear. I've got my iPad like turned because apparently it's better now to have like the shorts rather than the landscape video. Like, more people see it, in other words. So I don't know if that's why it could be like a bit blurrier. Let me know in the comments if like your audio is muffled or something, because it could be because I've got it sitting on something. So I've just finished cutting some of my orders for the week. I had most of these in stock, which was really good. I just need to make a couple scrunchies, like literally this many. Oh, I also had these ones, which I already had pre-cut. So there's really not that many to make, which I'll do tomorrow or possibly tonight, depending on how I'm feeling after this live. But I will start doing some bows. I've been bringing bows to markets with me, which has been amazing because I've been getting so much done. So I need to make, cut more bows and iron them with my Cricut mini press. So then they're ready to go when I'm at the market. I can just grab it and walk out the door sort of thing. So I was thinking, what can I do on live? Because I knew I didn't have much to sort of cut in terms of orders. I think these are all Christmas on that side. I have all these ones. There's so many. To be honest, this size I don't even really need to make that much of, but I'll cut them anyway. It's more my minis that I really need to cut. What else we got? There's so many in this tub. This tub has been with me for like 4 different moves, and I have not gotten through it very like much at all. What is all this? Okay, I know this one's actually in order, this dandelion print, so I might put that on the top so I can get that done. Okay, these ones are already pre-cut, ready to Cricut mini, so that's good. Do need to go through these, but they look like odd bods. What are these ones? They're minis. Hey there, how was the photo shoot? I can't remember who you said was going to be visiting and filming. Hi from Geelong, Victoria. So I had the Vistaprint come out yesterday and film me at the market, which was really good. It was super fun. They stayed for ages. He was there for 2 hours getting so much content, like close-ups, people like in my stall, and I think it was really cool because like I'll be like, oh, you know, is it okay? Like someone's behind you filming, and they're like, yeah, I don't care. So I might start filming snippets of my market. I know I have a lot of people asking regularly for that, and like if I can film people in my stall. And yeah, I didn't really have anyone sort of go, no, I don't want that sort of thing. They were really fine with it. So I think I'll try it out and see how I go. Maybe at the same market next month, or one of the markets I've got coming up. Not too sure. But yeah, they came out to film me. They had already filmed a whole bunch of things like in my house. They came, I think, end of last month. And they like asked me a bunch of questions, like this interview thing they're doing. They're collaborating with a couple small businesses in Australia, and then they're going to LA, I think, to collaborate with some more businesses in America, which is really cool. And then they're going to put it all together and have like a documentary and like little snippets and stuff. So I'm really excited to see how it turns out. I already have sort of like a 3-minute intro thing of what they filmed here, prior to them coming to the markets, and it was amazing. Like I had an art director here. There's art director, a videographer, some other person which I can't remember the name, like what they do, like maybe a stylized person, I don't know. And then an interviewer, all in this room, which this room isn't that big. It's maybe like a 4x3. So there was a lot of people in here, plus all the equipment, like all the lights, and because they came around the same, oh, actually, no, they came a couple of hours before, right, what this time is right now. But still, the sun was shining in and it was a bit harsh. So yeah, they had like all the lights up, and they had a whole bunch of cameras in here. I think there was like 3 going at one point. So it's really cool. I also placed a massive order online this morning for hair bow stuff, because I'm going to be bringing out some new bows, not like these ones. I'm going to be bringing out like more ribbon bows and more like teen/adult ones with the big, like the real big ones. I'm going to do like tulle and organza and different satin ones, because I bought this, which is a soldering iron I saw someone else using. So I'm going to give this a go and see how it goes. I haven't opened it yet, obviously, but I am excited to use it and, yeah, I guess see if it works. If it doesn't work, oh well, but if it does, it's going to make my life so much easier than trying to like use a lighter to burn the edges. It pretty much just stops it from fraying. It seals the edges of the material. And if you can't tell, I'm like so tired. I can't even speak. I was hoping to have all my orders pre-made and ready to package on live tonight, but that did not happen. I'd probably be a couple hours off. Like, it won't take me long to finish them up. So I might be able to do it tomorrow night if you guys want me back on live. Whoops, haven't put these with it. I'm also currently watching Parks and Recreation, which it's okay, but I find, I don't know, some of it a little bit cringy, but it's funny. So if you have any other recommendations, please let me know. I've watched Grey's Anatomy so many times, so I don't know if I want to go back to that one. What else have I watched? Vampire Diaries. I do love all the cartoon stuff, so I've watched Bob's Burgers and The Simpsons and Rick and Morty. Although I might go back to Rick and Morty and watch that again, because I have not watched it for a few years, and I reckon there'll be a few more seasons out since I, hadn't watched it. Do you connect with other scrunchie makers here in Australia? I do. I have quite a few relationships in Oz and also worldwide. So I've collaborated with Tina from XXL Scrunchies pretty recently. We did like a giveaway in October, and we did like a, named a scrunchie after each other and stuff. I'm also friends with Sophie from April Scrunchies. She's from Queensland, and I've visited her a couple times, and she's visited me. She's also admin, or is it admin or moderator? Yeah, she's on here too. Yeah, Soph's already going on there doing the admin work. Thanks, Soph. So she's up there in Queensland. I'm from Victoria, and we connected through our scrunchie businesses. Who else? I know of Lil Essentials. We've spoken a couple times online only. We haven't like caught up or anything. She's from Melbourne. Who else? Is there any other like big scrunchy people that you guys know? I'll let you know if I've spoken to them. I can't think of anyone else right now off the top of my head. But yeah, I do connect with quite a few different people online, which is really cool. But I've only really met people from my local area in person at markets and stuff, or Sophie, because I've actually flown up to see her. So yeah, there's yeah, I love like connecting with everyone. It's really fun. Okay. What is the width and length of the fabric you're cutting right now? I don't know when that comment was posted. My scrunchies were like 4.5 inches by the WOF, which is the width of the fabric. These ones right now though, I'm cutting 4 by 8 inches, which are going to be made into bows. And I've been making so many bows at the market. On Saturday, I made 50 bows just while serving customers, like in between serving customers. And because I'm really, like, it's so second nature to me now because I've been doing it for 10 years, making these hair bows. So, yeah, I can do it kind of in my sleep. So I kind of don't even stop making them while people are in the stall because I can have a full conversation while not even looking at them. So, yeah. It's an easy thing for me to do while I'm out and about, which is good. I love doing things while I'm working, like at the market, because I feel like I'm getting even more stuff done. Currently making some bows, so I'm actually just cutting them out at the moment. And I had a question about who I am. I am a scrunchie and bow maker that's been doing it for 10 years, and I'm also Australian, which is why I have a funny accent, as I've been told. My plan was to get on live and package orders, but I didn't have them all ready in time, unfortunately. So maybe I might be back tomorrow, depending on how I'm feeling, but we'll see. I'm hoping, actually no, it will be hotter tomorrow. It is like already so hot in here because the sun sets on that side of the house. It sort of beams in through the windows and just makes these two rooms very warm. And then in the winter, it's freezing in here, so I can't really win, but that's fine. And the sun's a bit too bright to have the blinds up right now because I would be getting blinded in the eyes. I'm also on TikTok, and TikTok I'm also on YouTube. So if I keep looking between the two, that is why. Okay, I might have a look if there's anyone commented on here. I've actually got a few people on TikTok, which is the first. Usually there's not like many people watching. Maybe it's the time of day. Sorry if I look weird. I'm trying to read the comments on this. Where did you get your scrunchie holder in your last videos? Scrunchie holder. Please elaborate. I'm sorry. Like, do you mean like my wall of scrunchies? If you're meaning the wall, it would be, no, I reckon I know what you mean. You mean the board for the markets. The board from the markets is from a lady in Pakenham, or lady and man, a couple. It's Moose. Oh my god, this is so bad. I'm so tired. I'm so sorry for not getting this right because I'm going to butcher it. Moose and woodworking. Moose and dog woodworking. There we go. It's exactly that. Just took me a little bit. I forgot to put those in again. Oh well, they can just go on top. Yeah, Moose and Dog Woodworking in Pakenham in Victoria, Australia, if that helps even more. I'm not sure if they ship Australia-wide. You'd have to message them and ask, but I would say it'd be pretty expensive because they are heavy. Well, mine is. I was actually the first one, like, to get one. They are, like, mine was a prototype. So if you see any others, they are, yeah, I'm the original one to have one made by them. Because I reckon I've seen about 15 so far at markets that I attend. Other people using them for scrunchies and other things, which is pretty cool. She also does, like, I shouldn't say she, it's not just she, it's both of them, like, combined. They also do a lot of other display boards and stuff for markets. I'm hoping that's what you meant. Otherwise, my boards that are in my other room that have all my scrunchies, like the scrunchie cubbies, they are from IKEA. I'm not positive if they still sell them. I know they definitely don't sell them in America anymore, but they are CD holders. And I think they're called Gnedby, G-N-E-D-N-E-Y, something like that. Very similar to that. Not the best speller when I'm doing it in live, or not the best speller in general anyway. A bit dyslexic, as it turns out. Okay. What time is it there? It's 12:22 a.m. here in Arizona. It is, what is it? 6:37 at night in Australia, Victoria, Australia, I probably should say. Oh, there's so many actually comments on here and I didn't see them. I'm so sorry. What's your favourite pattern and product at the moment? Favourite product, probably the big bows. I will go grab one so I can show it off. I made a couple for the market on the weekend and I sold some. Yeah, they're like my bigger bows. So I'm loving the ones with the tails at the moment. I also do ones without tails, which are like that. YouTube, that's what they look like. Yeah, so I'm loving those at the moment. Put them back in delicately. But I am very keen to try out a different method of making them with the soldering iron. And just, yeah, I'm hoping to make them bigger, like the tail's a lot bigger. So we'll see how that goes. It's really funny because I started 10 years ago with my business. I actually started with making bows. So I've done so many different bow styles over the years. I've stuck with this design that I'm making right now. Well, cutting right now, I should say. Because they seem to sell pretty well. I've done like tied bows and lace ones and a whole bunch of others. And then I moved into scrunchies. But now, bows are back in style, which is awesome. So I've actually got a massive release coming next month, early next month. It'll probably be around the 1st, probably the 2nd of April, maybe. Depends, because I've got like, well, how many more markets? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more markets before that date. So maybe not so early on in April, but I will be doing a massive launch of new bows types and designs and colors, and I'm so excited for it. So make sure to, like my channel, follow me on Instagram. It's probably the best way, or Facebook, to get information on launches, or go on my website and subscribe to my email because I'll send out some info. I'm really behind in questions because I'm actually working. Sorry. Getting it done. Which one is easier to have, TikTok or YouTube? Probably TikTok, like for a general creator, like a handmade person, because you can sort of put up very short reels and stuff. Not reels, but like, yeah, just TikToks. I'm much more of an Instagram girly. I have 109k over there, and I'm like 16k on TikTok, so not many people are following me on TikTok. But it's probably because I just don't give it the time of day. I really don't give it as much effort, not near as much effort as I do Instagram. And I think it kind of shows. But yeah, you can sort of do smaller pieces. I mean, you can start a YouTube as well and post the same stuff as shorts now, which is great. So it's a lot easier, I think, to start a YouTube channel than, previous. And again, if you don't have your face in it, you can always do just stuff like cutting videos, cutting fabrics, or whatever you do without even talking. So it's pretty easy to do. Just takes a lot of time and effort. So it's probably not as easy, really. Just takes, so much time. I've actually been starting to take snippets from my YouTube channel and post it as like reels and TikToks. Saves me so much time and effort. I recently went to Queensland on a holiday with my family. I actually saw Pink live. I flew who did I fly? My mum, my cousin, and my auntie up. We stayed up there in the Gold Coast and we watched Pink because I bought mum the tickets for her birthday like last year, and then I bought my cousin and auntie the tickets for Christmas present with the flights and stuff. So it was really good to see Pink up there. But while I was up there, I was working. So we stayed up there for a week. Nice little getaway. Didn't really do much. We just kind of chilled out because like everyone was sort of burnt out from everything else that was going on in their lives. And so was I, because even though I just had a couple weeks off, not really doing much besides making stuff, it was just really nice to kind of just sit back near the beach and like go for swims and stuff, and then work out what I want to do and kind of just recharge, which was really good. But I did end up making 140 reels while I was up there, just editing them. So now I just need to post them, which is another challenge in itself, because I need because at the moment, because I do use, what do I use? iMovie on my laptop. So at the moment they're like this, sideways. So I need to flip them up this way and then post them on my, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or schedule them. But if I schedule them, they don't post on Facebook from my Instagram, and I can't really schedule it on TikTok. I don't know. I don't know much about the TikTok stuff. And then if I use like a scheduling platform, they won't let me use, the copyrighted music. So I'm like, it's a challenge. But that's okay. Oh, I've done it again. I forgot to put these in with it. But I have found the bows have been selling really well, and I don't know if that's just because I'm actually making more bows. Like I've just been making so many bows at every market I've been doing, and they just keep selling, which is really good. Or because bows are back in style. Who knows? Because bows used to be really popular before JoJo came around. Before JoJo came around, they were popular. When JoJo was here, super popular. As soon as they died out, which was probably a year or two after JoJo was really big, then no bows were selling. By that time, I was already doing scrunchies though, so that was okay for me. But yeah, you kind of got to learn to adapt in this ever-changing world. Also, fun little tidbit thing. I was looking at my screenshots because I had so many screenshots from like 5 years ago of just bows and stuff from other accounts, like for inspiration ideas. I was like, oh yeah, I'll go have a look at what I've got in that folder, which I have not looked at since I screenshotted them, put them in there. 5 years ago. But I was like, I'll just go see what sort of materials they're using and like, you know, what they look like or whatnot. Give me inspiration for my next launch. And I went and had a look at all these Instagram accounts from all these businesses that I've known, and every single one of them are closed. Every single one. So it kind of made me sad a little bit, because I was like, okay, once again, I'm last one standing. A lot of the Instagram accounts that were around when I started my business 10 years ago, they're gone. So many that like I drew like inspiration from, or like I looked up to, don't do it anymore. Like even the Baby Bow Club, which was massive, they had like over 100k. They're gone. So I don't know. I'm still here though. Still pottering along. Like, I don't know, it was like kind of sad, because there was like people that I was friends with that in those screenshots that I had become close with, which they'd closed down. Even like fabric stores that I'd screenshotted, like it was just like a whole inspiration folder of like just things in there. Fabric stores, Daisy Fabrics or something, they're closing now. So I just couldn't believe it. Every single one were closed or closing down. I don't know if that's like recent or what, but it's just like, oh, it's kind of sad. I guess that's like it's the thing that I hate saying on the channel, because it's so like sad to kind of say, and I don't like being negative, but it is true when you like read the statistics of how many years a business will stay open for. You know, they kind of, I think, I don't want to quote myself because I haven't read it in so long, but a massive chunk of people within the first year like will give up or like fail, and they won't continue. And then within the next 5 years, it's like even bigger. There's not many businesses that stay open for like years and years and years, which is really sad. But again, you just got to keep adapting with the times, adapting with the trends, and just offering what the people want. And then obviously with social media as well, you kind of just got to keep up with all that, which, yeah, can be so hard. Like, even I'm learning new stuff every day about social media and what to post and how to post it, which is super annoying. Probably did not cut enough of those off. That's okay. Okay. I'm just checking the comments on TikTok. Well, not TikTok, YouTube, and then I will check it on TikTok as well. I do have a moderator, or I think she's on. I see that she has been deleting some of the comments, so thank you for that, Soph. Will you be at Mornington Market anytime soon? I don't think so. I've kind of decided to not do any of the Melbourne ones. I just haven't been doing well over that way. I find I've been doing so much better just in my local town, doing like the cheap markets. I think it's just mostly because of maybe people know me better around my local town, but also because of the product exclusivity. You know, when I do my country markets where there's maybe, well, Glengarry has like 100 stalls. I'm the only scrunchie person though. And then there's like other places like even Madebytaylahrose. I think there's still like only me. Yarragon, only me as well. What else have I got? Every month. Traralgon sometimes has an extra scrunchie stall. Warrigal is probably one. So that one has 3 scrunchie stalls out of like about 60. But I guess because people know me, they support my business and stuff, and they know my products. But yeah, I find like with some of those bigger markets where they have 150 to 200 stalls, or even if they do have 100 stalls, they just put in so many scrunchy stalls, and it's way too hard for me to compete with like a lot of people that are selling their scrunchies for like $4, and I sell mine for 12. So it's really hard to do that. So I just haven't found it worth it. Like, for example, I did Westfield Knox Ozone Market with CMA on, I think, was it last weekend? No, the weekend before. Like, it was a really hot day and everything as well. But it was at a shopping centre, so I was sort of having high hopes. It cost me $90, and I made $290, which might sound good, but it really wasn't considering how much the store fee cost. And it took me, like, it was an hour and a half, I think, away from me, then an hour and a half back. It was also all day, so it was from, like, I had to be there early. I had to be there at like 8, and then I didn't leave until 4. So it was a massive, massive day, and then it was just so hot. So yeah, that was like one of the top 5 worst markets I've ever done. Just too many factors there. Like they had, well, actually, one of the scrunchy girls did introduce herself to me, and she was lovely. She said like that like I was her inspiration and stuff, so it was really nice to meet her. But then there was like another scrunchie stall down the end that was selling the scrunchies for like $6, I think. And again, like people don't really know me in that area yet. I did have a couple people come up to me and like say they knew me, which was really cool. But yeah, there wasn't a lot to people, and they probably would go for like the cheaper scrunchies if you're like kind of just walking around sort of thing. And when I say cheaper, I do literally just mean that they were priced cheaper. I don't mean like cheaper quality or anything, because I had a look at the scrunchies and everyone's scrunchies were like amazing. They were beautiful. So yeah, I think that one was, I think they had too many scrunchy stalls at that one, in my personal opinion, because I think there was only 50 stalls, maybe 60, and I think that's a little bit too many, especially for people selling just kind of that item. Like if it maybe like 1 or 2 scrunchy stalls max at a market, not that many. And I think there was a couple other people with like side products of scrunchies too. I went to the market in Pakenham, and they had, how many did they have? They had 9 full-on scrunchie stands. So like people that had the full boards, or, you know, not just a little basket. And if I included the people with baskets, there were 13. So I stopped doing Pakenham after that because I was kind of upset with the organizer. Although I love the organizer, I was a little bit annoyed that they put so many scrunchy stalls in, because I had previously like said my concerns about that. Like you don't do that. Put that many in, because it's not good for the customers that come and see it either. They don't want to see like 13 scrunchy stalls all in a row. They want to see a variety when they come to markets, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it was a little bit disappointing. And it's not fair on any of the stall holders, like any of us doing scrunchies, when there's so many there. Okay. Yeah, Sophie's still moderating. God, she's nice. Okay. I haven't looked at the TikTok comments for a while, sorry. Is that a face next to the box up the top? Where are we talking? I don't know. There's mostly, I got boards, like fabric boards up here, spare ones. I have a Vista print box there with a couple other boxes. I have my boards that I fold fabric onto. Another box. Security camera. That sort of stuff. Alrighty. How do you figure out what to sell? I think it's important to have a passion for whatever you're doing, and not just following like trends. Like, I know in the past I've made items where I literally just hated making them and I just wouldn't sell them. Like, headbands, for example, they are such a pain for me, even though I know they're popular, and it just wasn't worth it. Because I love what I do. I love doing this full time. I don't want to do something that I'm not enjoying. So I think that's very vital. Also looking at what other people are doing in your like area, or online, seeing what's popular, listening to your customers if they're like saying like, oh, can you make something like this? If you have like a lot of people asking you to make the same thing, you could probably assume that it's a pretty popular item. So that's like some of the ways you can do it. I actually started making scrunchies because I got asked to make them for a tutorial class at one of my local, she like sold a lot of like handmade stuff at the store, and they were doing tutorials for like all ages. And because I already had the hair bows, she was like, oh, well, you already do hair accessories. Could you hold a class and show everyone how to make scrunchies? And I'd never made a scrunchie in my life. And I was like, well, okay. Like, I'm just finished year 12. I'm coming into, you know, wanting to expand my business a little bit more. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. And then I, searched like how to make them. I actually think I had a tutorial, like a piece of paper from Spotlight. They have like these pieces of paper that they used to have anyway. And like there was a whole wall and you could just like take the flyer and then it was like how to make stuff. That's actually how I learned how to make my first scrunchie, was from that. Because I wasn't really big into like YouTube and stuff back then. I didn't really watch a lot of that sort of stuff. And that's how I did that, and that's where that started. Because I made the first one, I hand stitched the first one as well, because I didn't even use a sewing machine. I had a sewing machine, don't know why I didn't use it, but yeah, I hand stitched it, and that would be why I did it, because I was teaching people how to do it by hand stitch, by the way. Forgot that vital information. So yeah, I did do the hand stitching component, and then I started making them and selling them. And I thought scrunchies would be so gone by now, but they're still alive and well, which is very surprising to me. I mean, I still wear them, like, I guess I kind of have to because I make them, but I have been sticking to either the petite size, which is like a smaller size scrunchie, or my extra large ones, which are like quite big, as a statement piece. And I kind of just switch between the two. And I've also been wearing a couple bows, although I need to make some for myself and actually wear them, because I just don't have any. Like, they just sell so quick, and I feel bad like taking them. I feel so bad taking my own stock, which is really weird, but it is what it is. Like, even my scrunchies, I don't have that many. I think I've got maybe 20. There are people that order from me that have more scrunchies in their personal collection than I do, which, thank you so much. There's, a couple of people, especially United States. I can think of a couple just off the top of my head that have so many, especially Sarah and Courtney, if you're watching. Probably not, because it might be a weird time in the United States right now. Yeah, they have upwards of 50. I couldn't even tell you how many. So many. Probably 100, maybe 150. I don't even know. They have so many, and they've been ordering for a long time. I hope your health issues are going okay and you're feeling better. Thank you. Health issues wise, they're going okay. Not doing too bad. Got a lot of it under control, which is good. Got diagnosed with ADHD late last year, which so fun for me. But I mean, come on, we kind of saw it coming. I didn't see it coming until it was actually kind of funny. I don't think I said this on my channel, like how I got diagnosed, well, the reason I went to get diagnosed. But I went on a date with a guy, and 1 hour in, he just kind of stops me and goes, "Do you have ADHD?" Because he also has ADHD. And yeah, I was like, no, I don't know. I don't have ADHD. Of course I don't. Well, yeah, I was wrong. He was right. I do have it. I got diagnosed very quickly. So yeah, that was fun for me. But other than that, health issues wise, not so bad. I mean, I do have a plethora of things wrong with me, but that is okay. We are getting there. On days where you can't find motivation to work, how do you push through? Love from India. Honestly, when I feel like I can't work, and this is a great question stemming just from the ADHD that I just said, which is, you know, a lack of, what is it? Now my brain's not working, which is so much fun on live. Dopamine, right? Yeah. Executive function, that's the word I'm looking for. Lack of executive function, and I struggle with that. I really do. I didn't realize it was obviously ADHD related, but I know other people do struggle with just like getting stuff done as well, and they don't have ADHD. But for me, I started actually giving myself breaks because I got really, really burnt out. Last year was really hard on me for numerous reasons, but yeah, a big one was I just got burnt out from working way too hard like previous years, and I just gave myself rest. I need to apparently do this to keep the live going on here. Weird. Yeah. So what do I do? Yeah, I just give myself rest. If I really cannot do something, I just take a break, and you know, I I just sleep, or I read a book, or I just chill out and do nothing, and that just helps me get back into the motivation side of things. For other people it might be different, but that's what I find works best for me. Yeah, because I really did burn myself out by not listening to my body and not just taking a break when I need one. So highly recommend taking a break if you need it, and the motivation will come back, which I'm like, well, at least that was my experience with it. I still haven't looked at any TikTok comments, sorry. Also, Sophie's doing a great job at deleting messages on YouTube, so thank you. Has there been any more surprises with the house, or has it settled down? Great question. So if anyone's new to the channel and has no idea what that comment means, I bought a house in August last year, and I had many issues with it. I had many issues with the real estate. I'm not going to say the owner, because the owner, I found out because we have had discussions since, they are lovely people, and they, I don't think, really had anything to do with what went down. I think they were just as blindsided by what the real estate had told me. So yeah, I don't blame them at all. Definitely the real estate though, they were horrible to deal with, and like had a lot of issues with them lying and kind of being deceiving, which was not fun being a first time, home buyer, by myself, single income. So I didn't like have someone else to kind of bounce ideas off. My mum and dad never have bought a house either, so I wasn't really guided. I had my broker, but that's about it. That sort of knew what was going on, and he was able to help me through quite a lot. But because I didn't mention certain things, like I was told that I was going to get certain things in the sale, but because they weren't bolted down, I didn't get them. And they weren't in the contract, which I didn't know had to be a thing. It couldn't just be like word of mouth, which makes sense. But if you don't know it, like how would you put it in the contract? You know what I mean? So I had a lot of issues with that. Then I also had a lot of issues with like the electricity. I had birds in my walls eating my wire. So my power kept tripping. I had issues with, what else I have issues with? My oven most recently just like decided to break down. I think that was because of all the short circuiting that was happening in the house for a month, which electrician could not find. I had something else major. Oh, of course, like I did purchase stuff from the electrician to get everything checked in the house. So I got like the plumbers, electricians, all that sort of stuff over and paid money to get things fixed up, just to make sure everything was like okay in the house, because I wasn't really sure and I wanted to just double check certain things, which I mean for the most part it was fine. But yeah, there's like other things you just can't tell that's going to happen when you buy a house. Like I wasn't to know that there was going to be birds in my roof and walls eating my wiring. You can't like predict that. So yeah, that was fun. But other than that, it's been much better, and I'm feeling so much more relaxed here, so much more at home, and I absolutely love my space now. I love living here. So, and I love my town. Although I did have a creepy stalker, which was so much fun for me. So that, yeah, was a bit unsettling. And I did blast the real estate for that because they told me they took down everything. They did not. But they have since taken down all the bits and pieces, which is good. But yeah, I was really annoyed at the real estate for that. But yeah, it's been great living here by myself. I just started a scrunchie business. I can't seem to understand how many fabrics I should purchase or see how the sales go and then invest back. What do you suggest? Well, when I first started my business, I was 15. So I was a little bit younger than a lot of other people starting their businesses. But I only started with like $20. I first purchased small amounts of fabric, like 20 centimeters, quite literally just 20 centimeters of fabric. I remember the spotlight workers kind of running when I would come in, and I'd purchase like this much fabric, like so many bolts, and then I'll be like, oh, can I just get 20 centimeters please? And they'll like and it would come to like $20. It was so cheap. But yeah, I first started off with a very small selection of fabrics. It was maybe like 10 or 15, and when I'm only buying this much fabric, it was so cheap. And then I bought like my glue, and I already had like my sewing kit and stuff. So I started off very small, and then when I made money back, I would reinvest it back into the business. And I do sort of think that's like a really good way to do it. It's not too feasible to kind of go out and purchase, the flashiest sewing machine and all these other things, or like, a massive fabric wall when you don't know it's going to do well. But I mean, if it's your passion and you want to do it as a hobby, why not, sort of thing. Like if you got the money, just go do it. But if you're doing it solely to make money and it's not your passion, or it is your passion but you're really just doing it to try and earn more money, I wouldn't recommend just going out and purchasing all the flashy stuff, because you don't need it to start out. as I said, I literally started from $20 and now I run a 6-figure business. So it just takes time and motivation and maybe a little bit of like, well, a lot of hard work and maybe a bit of luck. Okay, I'm going to now read the TikTok. Oh my god, there's like 108 people watching on TikTok. Sorry, I haven't looked at you guys for like ages. I'm on TikTok and I'm on YouTube. So, whoopsie. Okay, I'll go read all these comments. Oh, there's 68 new comments. Whoopsie daisy. Sorry, guys. I don't even know if I can read back that far. Last time I looked, there was only like 20 people in here. Okay. I probably look really creepy looking at this right now. What are you using to cut? I'm using a Fiskars rotary cutter, ergonomic one. Definitely recommend if you get like sore wrists and stuff. So I bought this when, like in 2020, when I was making face masks, because I was making so many. I think I made 700 in 3 weeks, but I had like the normal ones, which are kind of like you got to bend your wrist. Really hurt my wrist. I now have carpal tunnel in both hands, which is so much fun for me, but I do not get any flare-ups when I'm using this one. So highly recommend, super ergonomic, really good for your wrist, not promoted. And I also have this one, which I got from Spotlight. It's just like a quilter's ruler. Again, great. I've had it for years. Super duper recommend. Because it is so important to look after yourself, whether it be mental well-being, but also physical. So anything to do with, you know, having your table up higher when you're cutting, using like a kitchen bench or something, releases like the pain and stuff in your back. Like you don't want to be bent over doing this sort of stuff. With your wrists, very important to look after them. Like you've only got one body, look after it sort of thing. Okay, continuing on with TikTok comments, which I am now 70 comments behind. Do you still mainly get your fabric from Spotlight? Yes, I mainly get my fabric from Spotlight. I've got quite a collection. TikTok can't really see it. YouTube can see 2 of the bays. Most of it is from Spotty. I just purchased a whole bunch actually from Spotlight. They had a really good sale on the weekend. $10 poplin, plus if you spend $120 you get $40 off. So, I mean, it's not as good as some of the other sales I've had in previous years, because especially because the fabric is now what, like $20, $25 a meter, and it used to be $10 a meter when I first started. But yeah, I did get a couple different prints. Especially, I love this one. It's a butterfly one that's glittery. It's very pretty. I just realized, like, YouTube is kind of far away, so if you do want a closer view, probably head to TikTok. But then again, if you want to support my monetary values as a watcher, just go to YouTube because I get paid. Okay, let's have a look. I love your accent from the UK. I think I've just messed up this. Whoopsie. Then you go back up. There's so many comments. Oh my gosh. Okay. My inspiration. Thank you. You're my inspiration. From Canada. Got Tennessee, Philippines, Montreal. What time? It is 7:15 currently in Australia, and that's at night. What else? Do you think YouTube helped to stay so long? I don't think so. Like, I started my YouTube channel 3 years ago, which I was already like 7 years old at that point. 7 years old. My business was 7 years old at that point, so I don't think it's was like detrimental, but it did help me grow, which helped me go full time, I think. Like, I mean, Instagram was mostly what helped the most, but YouTube yeah, I guess it did help, but it wasn't just because YouTube. Fabric stores are closing because Spotlight is basically taking over. You're probably not wrong, because yeah, it is. Spotlight is just cheaper, I guess. Some of the other fabric stores are pretty expensive, but I mean, everything is expensive right now, even Spotlight. Where are you? I'm watching from Japan. I am from Australia. I live in Victoria. I was going to say it the other way around. I'm cutting fabric for bows. I am really behind on these TikTok comments. I'm so sorry. How is living in your own place going? I love it. It's so good to have my own space. I mean, I went from living out of home with obviously my ex-partner Reese. So I was kind of already used to living without someone because he was FIFO as well. So it wasn't too much of a change for me. I sort of still do my own thing. Yeah, but I do love it. It's really cool to just have my own space, not have to worry about like someone getting grumpy at me for like not putting a dish away, sort of thing. It has been really good. Like you don't have to like worry about keeping everything clean all the time. And yeah, for me, I'm not a massive clean freak, I guess. I just sort of clean when I need to and like keep things tidy-ish. I mean, the house is always pretty tidy because I don't have much in it. I have a lot of stuff in these rooms, but that's about it. I don't really do much stuff outside of these rooms besides go to sleep. So my whole life is making and creating, which I love. Yeah, definitely no regrets on buying the house. I still think it was a massive, great financial investment. I did get the house for a great price for what it is. I feel like it's echoey in here now that I closed the door. Oopsie daisy. I forgot to put these in again. Oopsie. Okay, back on here. Is this your house you're in now? Yes. This is my own home. I have 2 studios. I have this one, which I make all the stuff in. Got my sewing machines. I have like an industrial sewing machine. I have all my fabric. This is my workbench. It's pretty big, which I do all the packaging orders and stuff as well. And then I have another room that's adjacent to this one, and that has like all my stock. So scrunchie stock, my hair claws. It also has like a lot of my packaging supplies that I don't need at any given moment. So like all my spares. I was going to knock this wall down because there's another bedroom just here. It's a 4-bedroom house. So I was going to knock this one down and have a really big studio. But when I moved in, I just wasn't sure how long I would be in this specific house for. So I decided not to do that just to keep resale value higher. Well, not resale value. It would be more rental sort of thing. If I was to move to somewhere else, I'd want to rent this place out. So I didn't want to, ruin my chances of like that sort of thing. Because no one really wants a 7-meter long bedroom, right? Be like so long. Okay. Still looking at the comments on TikTok, which I think it just jumped again and I've lost where I was at. Damn it. Okay. And I am on 2 different lives. I'm on TikTok and YouTube. Building inspections is always good. Yes, I did get a building inspection. He was so thorough. There was 70 pages. The house is 50 years old, so there was a lot of small things like, the doors, like some of the doors didn't close properly, or that they had a little bit, it was a little bit hard to close them. So I got my brother to kind of like fix them because he's a builder. So that was pretty easy fix. Some of the doors, they were like sliding doors, but they didn't have a bracket at the bottom, so that you could literally just like push it out rather than slide it. So yeah, you put like brackets at the bottom. It was just like small things like that, mostly that were on the building report. The roof does need to be retiled or like cleaned or something. He did say like that's like kind of an ASAP job. But you know, I can't afford that right now. It's like $8,000 or something. Like I don't have that just laying around anymore. Because I put pretty much all my money into this house to purchase it. So yeah, I don't have that currently just sitting there to fix my roof. But I mean, it's fine. I did get someone out when I first moved in who was like a outdoor indoor plumber, and he offered to fix the tiles on the roof. Like they're not amazing, like they're just spare tiles that I had laying around from the previous owners, and yeah, he just like fixed all the broken ones, and I haven't had any issues, like no leaks or anything, and I think that's what I was most concerned about. Okay, still reading TikTok comments. I love the clearance racks at Spotlight. They always have specials. Yeah, I love the clearance ones too. I get so many good deals on them. I usually go to one of the Spotlights closest to me, and they are crazy prices. Although they haven't been doing really, really good prices lately. Like usually I could get like fabric for $4 or $5 a meter. But currently they haven't been doing that, which is sad for me. But I have read in my Spotlight group chat, like I have like heaps of Facebook pages that I'm on, like groups. Someone was saying that they were doing $2 a meter fabric. So that was really cool, but it was only at certain stores. So I would have loved to have got involved with that. I would have been crazy. Because as you can tell, I'm absolutely obsessed with fabric and I love purchasing it. Okay, I'm still going through TikTok. What do you make? I make scrunchies and bows. Been doing so for 10 years. Got Korea. It's $5.15. Got really nice comments on here. Thank you. I just lost all the comments again. Okay. Currently I am making my original fabric hair bow now, because I did start off with hair bows and then I moved into like scrunchies. I've dabbled in quite a few other things, such as tie-dye tops, tie-dye bucket hats, chokers, like necklaces, back in like 2014, 2015, when I first started. What else have I made? Made a lot of different types of bows. Made headbands. Yeah, I've made quite an array of items over the years, but I've mostly just stuck with hair bows and scrunchies. I do make a couple other products here and there, but they're just like the things I mostly make and like variations of those. Oh gosh. Oh, okay, now I've got lots of comments back on YouTube. Do you still get to see Flo the puppy? Sorry if I got her name wrong. You got it right. and she is such a cutie patootie. No, I don't really see her anymore. I did get to see her just once. I caught up with Reese and, you know, just to like catch up with him, see how he was going with all his stuff in his life, and obviously to see my little baby Flo. She did stay the night, but yeah, I think that was like the sort of the what's the word? Like, I just kind of needed that to kind of say goodbye, for like finally a goodbye, because I actually didn't end up saying bye to her when I left. So yeah, it was really good to kind of close that chapter in my life. Yeah, it was kind of like healing in a way. So yeah, I don't see her anymore, but I know that she's well looked after and has so much love in her life. And she also has a new little brother named Normie, and he is a rescue puppy, and they get along so well. So yeah, I'm really, really happy for him and the doggies. I don't think I'll get any dogs at this stage. If I do, it will be a golden retriever or a dachshund. But yeah, I think I'm at the point in my life where that'll be too much for me. I do quite like living and like kind of being by myself and doing that sort of stuff. So yeah. I love this fabric so much. It's like metallic. I used to have so many different types of this fabric as well. I'm just going to open this again because it's like getting hot as. Right. I'm not sure how you share the live on YouTube. There might be like a button. Not too sure. Do you only buy fabrics that you like and feel the vibe with, or just general ones for sale too? I mostly buy fabrics I like. Now, if you notice, wait, where's this? So this is my online stuff, right here. You can tell I have a very limited range of red. I don't like red, but I've tried to include some red colours for those that do like the red colour. I don't vibe with it. I do have a couple red colours over this way, which you guys won't be able to see on either platform. I'm sorry. But even then, it's more like rust, like an orange colour. It's not really red. So yeah, I definitely buy more to what I like and what I would see selling. That's for sure. But sometimes I do kind of like put myself in other people's shoes and go, what would other people like? And I do buy that. But it is kind of rare. Like even these ones, I bought all these different colours. Like they're super bright, colourful ones. This one reminds me of a print I got from Japan recently, actually. I can't see it right there, but yeah, I don't have much left of it. And then I bought like these ones, like florally prints. Yeah, I definitely kind of do buy more so for myself, the colours I like. Do you find some colours more popular than others? Absolutely. Pink, definitely. Very popular. At markets, definitely I'm restocking greens and purples a lot more. I don't know if this is wonky. I don't know how to change this. Oh my god, sorry. Did that scare everyone? Because it scared me. I don't know how to like... Sorry. Just like playing with the TikTok phone, sorry. Alright. What's the hardest part about starting a business? There's a lot of different moving components when starting a business. I think a lot of people get caught up on like the financial side because it is hard to start a lot of different businesses that require money to start out. Like for maybe sewing, you have big purchases like a sewing machine, Obviously you can get away with like a cheaper one until you can afford to get a more expensive one, but there's like stuff like that. Or if you're doing like bigger sort of stuff like an embroidery business, those machines are like thousands of dollars. So yeah, it depends on what you're starting, but I'd say financial would be a really big hurdle to overcome. There's so many others. Like, you just need to like what you do, and it's kind of hard to also know if you like it until you start doing it. I will answer that question way better in upcoming video series I'm doing for YouTube. I'm going to be doing like so much stuff. Like little kind of small videos, maybe like 10 minutes, 15-minute videos. I usually do 1 hour videos, so if you're thinking, gosh, that is still so long, it is not compared to my actual YouTube channel. Could you do a live shopping in Spotlight? Would they let you? I don't know if they'll let me, and I don't know if like it would be too loud. Like people as well might not want to like be filmed, because like I don't want to be obnoxious. I have been taking my camera into Spotlight though and like filming different bits and pieces, so that's been fun. Like when I purchased these fabrics I recently got, I did take my camera in, so that was nice to do. And just like filmed little snippets of like the fabrics and stuff that were there. Got 1:18 a.m. in California, USA. Watching from Germany. Hello from Perth, WA. What time is it in Perth, by the way? Because Perth, WA is in Australia, for anyone that's not in Australia. But I'm pretty sure they're on a different time than us in Victoria. It's 7:33 here in Vic. Mary's commented about a fabric store in Las Vegas, Nevada? Las Vegas, Nevada. Is Las Vegas in Nevada? Didn't know that. Or is that like a different place to what I'm thinking? I'm thinking like that flashy place with like the gambling. Maybe. Let me know. Yeah, there's a... So yeah. And she said Tuesday and Saturday and in between fabric is $11.75 per yard. You pay $5 shipping. There you go. That would be very cheap compared to Australia. Like Spotlight, for example, charges like $20 to $25 a meter, which is very similar to a yard, but not quite. For those that actually know, is a yard or a meter bigger? Because I can't remember which one's bigger out of the two. I don't really deal with yards very often. Is it a meter is smaller? I think a yard's bigger. Is that right? Can't remember. $6.25 in Australia right now. It's about $13 per meter here in Australia. There you go. So $11.70. Yeah, it's still like a lot cheaper than a lot of our fabric stores. Like Spotlight does do like 40-50% off quite a bit, which does bring it down. But yeah, it's still pretty expensive. What do you make with this fabric? I am currently cutting pieces of fabric for hair bows, so little fabric hair bows. I also make scrunchies. When you started as a hobby, does making scrunchies still feel fun or like working out? Still feels so much fun. I love what I do. I enjoy it so much. I love making scrunchies. I love being creative. And I love my creative outlets, which are like YouTube and like the Instagram reels and stuff. I've been posting, well, I've been actually making a lot more me-made wardrobe pieces, not this one, but I have made 4 dresses now, and I can't wait to use this. So I've got my little toy capsule machine, which has like pieces of paper in it, in these little capsules that say what to make. So I cannot wait to do this video. I was planning on doing it on Wednesday, but I have to see how I go because I need to get all these orders out, and I had a few other things I needed to do. Also, for people wondering about the Monday video on YouTube, this counts as the Monday video, so there will not be an actual video going up tonight. There will just be the live, which I'm hoping saves as a video because I just don't know if it's going to. I've never done it in the portrait. Is it portrait? Yeah, I've never done it in portrait mode for YouTube before. I've always done it landscape. I didn't even know that there was a thing that you could do for YouTube. But the last one I did, like last month, it was like, you know, you'll get more views if you do portrait. And I'm like, my iPad's like on 10%. I can't do portrait. So we'll see what happens. Also, I don't even know if my iPad's nearly dead. Like if it just cuts out, that'd probably be why. I can't even see. Oh wow. If it cuts out, head to TikTok. Because it was on 65% and I don't have a stand for it. I just kind of propped it up with this case and everything. Just going to... please start shipping to India. I do ship to India. I think it should be available on my Shopify. And India. In India. In Etsy is what I was meant to say. Etsy and Shopify should be able to ship to India. I'm fairly certain I have it available. I've shipped to India before, so I don't know why it wouldn't be coming up. Alright, alright, I'm gonna be on for another like 10 minutes. 10 or so minutes, I reckon, because I've already been on for so long. So if you have any more questions, please let me know. Yeah, I'm certain I've shipped India. I have India orders quite a bit. So yeah, you can order through the website or Etsy. There's only a couple like countries I don't ship to, but it's very far and few between, you know. So I'm almost finished cutting all these. If I do jump back on tomorrow, I will be packaging out my orders. So, or I don't know what time I'll jump back on though. If I do, I don't know. I don't know if I'll jump back on. Although I think all the orders do need to be out by Wednesday. So it should be fine to jump back on tomorrow night and package them live to ship Wednesday. So I'll just have to double check. But I think I should be able to, pardon me, pack up everything tomorrow. So I think there was only a couple that needed to go out by Wednesday and everything else needs to go out like, you know, this week or next. Okay. You have a cool accent. Thank you. I am Australian. Actually, when Vistaprint came and filmed the other day, they were like, can you like do that again, but just say that you're from Australia, because all the US people will not know where you're from and they're going to be like, whoa, who is this person and why are they speaking like that? And no joke, people do that to me all the time in YouTube comments. They're like, why do you speak like that? Or like, you're saying that word wrong. And I'm like, it's just how we speak in Aussie. Like, we speak very fast and we've got a bit of a slang to it, you know? It's just our accent. So yeah, pretty funny. I think that's like probably the only mean comments I've gotten on YouTube is about my accent and like how I speak. Just like, you know, I don't speak proper English. It's because I like put twang to it. Sorry. Aussie born and bred. Oh, I had a comment. A yard is approx 0.91 of a meter. And I cannot remember if I said, is that right what I said? I can't remember what I said now. Yeah, portrait will be good for mobile. Yeah, I think that's why they're trying to like promote it. They want to try and get people watching on, yeah, just like the YouTube live. Oh, Is that 2? I guess so. What's that one? Too short. I also think I'm going to start doing more lives. So let me know in the comments if you like that idea. I want to do TikTok lives and obviously YouTube as well. But I'm thinking packaging lives and also like new product release lives. So when I do my new product release, I'll be like, hey, this little stuff I've got, look at this. So I think that would be cool to start doing because I haven't really done that before ever. I've never really done a live when I've released all these new products. So it'd be cool to do that and obviously promote it that way. I've already started a pile over here. Look, what am I doing? Yeah, I will be leaving soon, so if you have any other questions, please let me know so I can answer them for you. Got a couple more to go. Hi Ella. If you started your business today, would you start on Etsy or build a website? If I started my business selling scrunchies, it'd be hard. Like, it's oversaturated. It's kind of a hard question because I would do a lot of things differently if I was starting today selling the exact same product. But let's just say that I was selling, like, if I was selling bows, I probably would start on Etsy because I feel like I could probably do well on there. But if you're starting with just scrunchies, it's so oversaturated, obviously, the scrunchie market. So you'd have to do something different. Like, you'd have to get custom prints, or you'd have to do a lot of promoting, like on social medias and stuff. You'd still have to drive a lot of your traffic. So I reckon if it was scrunchies alone, I would probably just start my own website, to be honest, if I had the money. But otherwise, Etsy, still, it's a good place to start out on if, you know, you're only making a couple sales a month, because Shopify does take a massive chunk every month, whereas Etsy only really does the listing fees and you only pay if someone buys. So it is it's cheaper to start out on. It just gets more expensive as you progress and grow. Then you would either move to your own website or still do both, but just send everyone to your website, not to Etsy. Okay. No editing, especially with live, so it could be a handy way to make more content. That is very true. And you kind of get the off-the-cuff, no edited version, which is not great for you guys because I do a lot of ums and kind of like, what was I saying? Because I forget what I'm saying a lot, which is so much fun for me. The amount of stuff I cut out of actual videos is hilarious. But you get the unfiltered version, so lucky you guys. The uncut. I do have TikTok going, which is closer than YouTube. It's just YouTube, because of the iPad, I don't have anything to put it up that's like higher. So it was really hard to like it would have been sitting here and like facing my stomach. I need to buy something to sort of have it propped up, because I have my, like over here, I have my other phone, because I got two phones. I got my old phone on TikTok. I probably could do this one, but I want something that I can sort of see all the comments really easily. So that's why I have like 3 devices going on at the same time right now. Alright, I'm going to quickly look at the TikTok comments and I'm going to go. Do your parents help you out with taking to the post office? I'm actually 25, so no. I do ship them myself. I like just drive down. I'm really close to the post office, which is great. I'm only like a 3-minute drive, which is really good. When I bought the house, I wanted to sort of buy somewhere that wasn't too rural and like not too far out. And yeah, luckily I've purchased somewhere which is sort of like the sweet spot. My parents used to help me take orders to the post office when I was younger and like obviously couldn't drive because I have been doing this for 10 years. What time is it where you are? It is 7:46. Yes. So you started when you were 15, now you're 25. Correct. Probably should have scrolled up. That's probably what you meant by that comment. Yeah. So yeah, I did get my mum or dad to pick me up from the post office. So what I would do, I would have my orders in my backpack to go to school, and I would get off, I lived in Glengarry, so I would get off the bus at the stop like really far away from me, go post my orders, and then I would either walk home, which was about 40-minute walk, because I lived on a farm and it was really rural, or I would have to wait there until like 5 o'clock until my parents could come pick me up, because they finished work later. Or I would catch the bus into like the main town, Traralgon, and I'd go post them there. But I really hated posting there because the ladies because there's 2 post offices in Traralgon. I don't know if you're familiar with that area. There's 2 post offices. One has horrible people working there. They're so mean and they made me cry all the time because I'm just so nasty with like what I was posting. And I just like was like, I've been doing this for like 6 years or like 5 years at a point. I was like, I know what I'm doing. Stop trying to like tell me, you know, wrong things. Actually, it probably wouldn't have been that long because I was been like 3 or 4 years. 3 years? Like around the same time I got my license. I was like going in after school and going there. Yeah, I reckon I would have been like 17, maybe 16. Even when I turned 18, I'd get my license right away, so it could have been around then too. Yeah, and that was just so mean to me. Okay, I'm going to head off. Do you still do your merch line? I don't do my merch line anymore. I still have a heap of stuff in my closet. It was like, all like the small sizes though. If I could redo it and, you know, change the past, I wouldn't have ordered half and half because I had the 50% were Madebytaylahrose merch, 50% entrepreneur. I would have done 75-25, 75% MBTR, 25 entrepreneur, because entrepreneur just did not sell as well as I thought it would. And then I would have, instead of doing like 4 from each, or like that's just an example, but 4 from each size category, I would have kind of skewed it and had like less of the extra smalls and more of the medium, large, extra large, XXLs, because like they did go first and now I'm like stuck with like heaps of those smaller sizes. So I guess that was probably, it wasn't like the best financial decision for me, but I mean, you kind of don't know until you try. And you just wouldn't know that sort of stuff unless someone like specifically tells you. Have you thought about doing a sleep mask? I have actually, because that would go really nice with my scrunchies, like in a set. So possibly something that will be coming out later this year. There's someone just commented Warrigal post office and mean too. There's 2 post offices in Traralgon. One of them real nasty, but the others are so lovely. So I just want to just clarify that yeah, there is another lot that are really nice. And again, I haven't even been to this other Traralgon post office for probably years. Like I haven't been there since I was a teenager. So it's been a long time. They might have changed people or whatnot. got some new fresh people in, but I do much prefer the other post office in Traralgon. They are so nice. So not the Clock Tower one. Clock Tower, not so nice from my experience, but the other post office closer to Safeway or Woolworths, they are so lovely, and I love going there. And I was really sad to move away from Traralgon because obviously I don't really go there anymore to deliver my orders. But then again, I've made such a nice connection with the town I live in now. They are so lovely to me, and yeah, I love going in there because they're always so, happy to see me. So that's always fun. Okay, I'm about to go. I need to go now. I'm just going to make sure I've got everything. Alright, I'm gonna go. Thank you all so much for watching this live. I will be trying to do more lives in the future. I will see how I go about getting on tomorrow. I just need to check and make sure I have everything made and ready to go. And it is like a bit of a process getting everything ready to package live so I don't show any names and stuff. So I'll just need to make sure that that's all good. Switch go. Yeah. Thanks again, everyone, for popping in. Thank you, TikTok. Goodbye. I'm going to take you off first. Bye-bye. All right. And now we're ending to YouTube. So bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.